guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a first impressions video on an eyeshadow palette. It's the Colourpop Yes Please palette. This is like their pressed powder shadow palette, which is a little bit different from their usual eyeshadow collections. This is like the usual eyeshadows we're used to, but Colourpop has a different, like a putty formula, which is the regular Super Shock shadows, I believe. This one is fairly new to their collection, and I wanted to do a first impressions on this because this palette is always sold out on their website. And I was introduced to this palette before, I believe a month. I think Kathleen Lights was doing a comparison video of this palette and the Natasha Denona palette. So I went to their website to check for this palette and it was sold out. It came back into stock after a couple of days and it was sold out again. And after like a couple of weeks, it came back again, sold out again. So every time it comes back in stock and I think I can order it in a couple of hours, it's always sold out. So I wanted to see if it's really worth the hassle and worth the hype with this palette. So I'm getting it at the Colourpop website and it is still out of stock on their website and it retails for $16. So the price point is really affordable. And if you guys aren't aware of Colourpop Cosmetics, they're a US based lab and they have really affordable products which are good quality. I've used their eyeliners, I've used their eyeshadows, I've used their lipstick. And in fact, their liquid lipstick in the Ultra Satin collection and the shade Frickin' Frack is my absolute favorite liquid lipstick of all time. So they have really good affordable options, but it's only available online. But since this palette was always sold out, I don't know if companies are doing this whole thing to get more attention towards their products or they're genuinely sold out because people really love them. Either ways, I feel like if you want to buy a palette, you shouldn't be forced to buy it within a few hours. So I wanted to do first impressions on this palette and see if it's really worth the hype, if it's really worth waiting for this palette and purchasing one of these. So let's jump right into the video. This is how the palette looks like. It's a cardboard box and it says Yes Please in the front. And in the back it gives like all the names of the eyeshadows that you find. They have like 12 eyeshadows in it and each eyeshadow is 0.85 grams. When you open the box, this is what the box looks like. This is also a cardboard box. I really like the packaging of this, and behind this too they have the names of the eyeshadows, so in case you lose this one, you still have this one. But I feel like this will be helpful, at least for tutorial purposes, because I can just keep it on one side. If I want to reference the names, I can just do it. That's a cardboard box, and when you open it, it says Colourpop on this side. They have no mirror, which is kind of a disadvantage for some people, but for the price point you're getting it, it's not a bad deal. And the eyeshadow palette is pretty much warm. Everything in here is warm. They have some shimmer and everything else is matte. This, and this. These four are like shimmer, everything else is matte. And all the shadows are like yellow, gold, bronze, browns. That's pretty much it. So if you are someone who enjoys warm tone eyeshadows, then this is a really good palette for you. And I have swatched it in my hand a little bit before. I'm going to insert the swatches of this palette towards the end of this video, but it feels really good to the touch. Like, it's got good pigmentation. And let me swatch some shimmer shadows for you. That's a very good pigmentation of this palette. And that's just one swipe. And it's really pigmented. I'm sorry if the lighting is a little off today. I have like zero ambient light today and all my light is from the soft boxes because it's been raining from morning and I really wanted this video to be up, so I'm just gonna go with it. I'm gonna do like a simple eyeshadow look with using this palette, and I'm gonna see how it blends on the eye and see how it works. I finished my base makeup, but I haven't done anything to my eye yet and my under eye because I feel like this might have a little bit of fallout, so I don't want to risk putting my concealer on and taking it off again. I'm going to prep my eyes with the Urban Decay Primer Potion, and this is usually the one that I use when I'm doing any eyeshadow look. So I'm going to take a little bit of that, pop them on the eye. This helps last the eyeshadow longer and it also helps with the creasing. It makes the eyeshadow crease less. So I prep my eyes now and I'm gonna set my eyeshadow with this shade out here. It's called the Champs. It does pick up a lot of product, which is not bad. It means that it has good pigmentation. It all comes down to how it blends. So I'm just gonna apply this on top of the base to set the base that we put on. I don't know if you guys can see. I got my eyebrows done yesterday, and this is what happens. Every time I get my eyebrows done, I come back with a scar. So I'm gonna be taking this beautiful orange shade and it's called Big Cocktails. I'm gonna use that as my transition first. I would suggest doing your base makeup after you do this because there's a lot of fallout to it, and since I'm doing this video, I did my base makeup, but if I had to do it otherwise, I would do my eyes first and then my face. So I'm gonna take that and apply it as a transition shade. It blends in well. I'm using the matte shade in the palette now, and it seems to blend in really well. And these are colors that I would like using on an everyday basis. I like warm tones. Cool tones really don't look that flattering on me, so I like using warm tones on my eyeshadow. I'm going to take another crease brush, which is a little bit smaller, and I'm going to dip into this brown out here, and this is the shade GNO, and I'm going to concentrate this right on top of the crease. This is just so you're getting in, you're not having like one block of color and it slowly transitions. That's why you're going from light to dark. Next, I'm going to take a pencil brush and go into this deepest brown out here. It's called the French Kiss, and I'm going to concentrate that on the outer V of my eye. I feel like this deepest color is skipping my skin a little bit. It's not blending as well with the rest of the colors, but the other colors have been blending really well. Next, I'm going to be taking a shimmer shade, and I'm going to be taking this shade out here. It's called Butter Cake, and it's a beautiful like golden shade, and I'm going to apply it all over my eyelid. And I'm going to press the shadow into my eyes, right up to my crease. You don't want it to go beyond the crease. It's a beautiful shade. I'm going to see if my fingers help deepen it up. Shimmer shadows for the most part work the best with your fingers anyways, because the heat of your hand helps press the pigment inside. I'm going to take a blending brush and I'm going to dip into this brown shade out here. It's called Note to Self. Just going to use that to deepen the crease a little bit and make sure there's no harsh edges on the eyeshadow. And I'm going to use the lightest shade in the palette called Full Zip. And I'm going to apply it right under my brow bone to highlight that area. I'm going to blend the harsh edges out here too. So I'm going to apply a brown eyeliner to my waterline. And I'm going to take the pencil brush again, dip it back into the deeper outer V color, and I'm going to blend the lower lash line, just smoke it out a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup and I'll be back. Okay, so here are my final thoughts. It's a very pretty versatile standalone palette. This is a palette that has pretty much any color that you want. It has a crease shade, it has a transition shade, it has like a deeper shade, it has some golds, bronzes. So if you like warm tones, then this is a good standalone palette. Now, about the packaging, I already see that there's a little bit of, eyeshadow transfer, and that's the issue. It's a soft touch, so it should go easily, but I think that this might get very dirty very quickly. And about the blendability, these eyeshadows blend really well. I feel like only this deeper shade out here skipped my skin a little bit. Everything else is beautiful. I feel like the shimmers apply well when you're pressing it onto the skin with your finger. And other than that, the mattes are beautiful. It blends in like a dream, and it's a very nice palette. Is it really worth the hype and the hassle? I don't know, because there's so many warm tone eyeshadow palettes in the market these days. I feel like the industry is all about warm tone these days. So every high-end drugstore, online brand, every brand is coming up with a warm tone shade. So if I go into the website and if I can find this in stock, I would suggest buying it because it's a very good palette for the price you're paying. You're getting 12 eyeshadows for $16, so it's pretty much just about $1 per eyeshadow, and it's a very good quality eyeshadow. But if I was a regular consumer and if I wasn't doing this video, if I'm going into the website and I see that it's sold out most of the time, you can find so many different eyeshadow palettes in the same range and just as good as this one. So that's my final verdict. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give this video a thumbs up if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. See you in my next video. Bye guys.